Hi, I'm RJ, and this will be my story of me coming out and discovering myself. When I was a little kid, I always thought there was no gender to anything. I wore whatever I wanted, and I played with whatever toys I wanted. It's just how my mind worked, and that's just how I thought things went. But as I got older, I found out slowly that everyone considered something to be some gender for like some certain gender, and it just sort of like ruined my whole imagination of this world being a perfect and free place. Over time, I was always forced into dresses and anything pink because it was the feminine thing to do, and I just sort of went along with it, but I really was not comfortable with it. When I turned about 10 or 11, within that age range, I began stealing my brother's clothes and trying it on because it just felt kind of comfortable and right with me. Over time, I began getting more and more into masculine things and discovering myself, and then over time, people just started introducing not mainly the L, G, and B part, but I was never introduced to the T until around 6th grade. So, over the years, when I knew about the L, G, and B of the community, I discovered myself more, and I thought I was a butch lesbian. um, I liked more masculine shit, but I mean, like, I I knew it wasn't accepted by a lot of people that I would like anything male or even like the same gender. But over time, when I discovered this, I realized I still liked guys a lot more, and I went as bi for about a good 3 years. And then in 6th grade, I found out about the T, but I really didn't look into it much. After thinking I was bi for a while, and then I did more research on the T, it clicked because that's what I knew. I actually knew that's who I was because I didn't feel comfortable in anything. I hated everything I wore that was feminine anyway. I hated every feature of my body that seemed feminine, from my hips to my thighs to my chest. It When it clicked with me, I did more research and I watched YouTube videos and I discovered more about it, and it just really clicked with me. And once I started looking more into it, that's when I told my best friend. And I think the girlfriend at the time. Over the time of realizing I'm trans, I also realized I didn't really like females at all. So, to the conclusion, I found out I was gay. Within this, I knew I needed to tell my parents about at least one of them, and that would be the trans one, so I can start my transition as soon as possible. It took me a good year or two to actually tell my parents. So I had letters stashed in my desk that I've typed multiple of times and reread and corrected, and it was a long process for me, but when I finally did it, it was a letter, and I placed it to where my mom would find it, and she found it, and it took her a day. Actually, she came in the next night, like the night that she got it, but I was already asleep because I was too scared to confront her about it because of my anxiety, and I probably would have broke down. So the next day, she decided to talk to me about it, and it was probably one of the most nervous conversations I've ever had. I've almost passed out like 3 times, but after I explained it to her, she accepted. Sort of. She sort of made me feel like shit. I'm sorry for the language if there's youngins watching. But she made me feel like crap and kind of just made me feel wrong at first. She would keep saying, "You're my only daughter," and all this other stuff, and I knew that's not who I was. I didn't like anything about me. I loved that I could actually I found something that can actually bring me to my true self and actually be masculine and love myself the way I am. But over time, she is now accepted, and a few days ago, I came out to my grandparents. I will put the video link at the end of this so you can see the reaction to that one. I've started my transition slowly, and after I came out in February of last year, so like in the end of February of 2016, I got my hair cut, and it confused everyone at first, but I dyed my hair so much then, I told people I fried my hair and had to get it cut off, when in reality, it's my ever so secret transition, and it took me a year, almost a year, to come out to anyone else. My mom told my brothers, and they told me I needed therapy to make sure I knew what I was doing was right when I knew what I was doing. And from there, I guess they secretly told my little brother, and I didn't know until one day I was talking about him, like, oh, does he know? And my mom said, yeah, he does. And I'm like, oh, okay, he never told me, but it went from there, and now I'm starting to get more masculine clothes, and I'm actually supposed to get my name changed soon. Once my mom gets back, she's going to try to get my name legally changed, and then over the next few weeks, I'm going to get into therapy to hopefully start T this year. So testosterone, here I come. My little recap of my story. I hope you guys liked this video. Go hit that subscribe button down there if you've never seen me before. Hit that like button, share this if you want to. Subscribe and turn your notifications on so you get my notifications every Wednesday when I upload. I hope you guys have a great day or week, whatever you prefer to be great. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.